I dare say Claire Williams, who celebrates her birthday on Tuesday, might just like this lap time as George Russell goes third fastest. That's a big improvement, and that also indicates the track's improving quite a lot, but not for Kimi Räikkönen. Only 17th fastest at the moment. He's going out of qualifying as Nicholas Latifi will be next to cross the line. His teammate's gone third fastest. Latifi goes 7th fastest.
Wow.
That's a lap.
Vettel comes round, the final corner he does go 4th fastest. So, relief, worry over maybe for Ferrari there. Albon goes 7th fastest, that'll certainly help him. Verstappen makes it to the line by about 15 seconds to spare to start his final flying lap, and he's down in 12th fastest at the moment. Pressure is on these drivers, one mistake could be really costly. Kimi Räikkönen doesn't get out of the bottom 5. He's out of qualifying in Q1 for the 4th race in succession. Lando Norris goes 4th fastest. His teammate Carlos Sainz beats him by a few hundredths of a second as Antonio Giovinazzi suffering throughout this qualifying after having to back off on his first flying lap, only 18th fastest. Danny Kvyat's at risk, he's on the cusp of relegation at the moment, and Esteban Ocon, next man to cross the line, could be the one to do it. He does, relegates Kvyat down into the bottom 5. He goes 9th fastest, Ocon.
And Verstappen needs to get this lap in now that he's on. He's not anywhere near a personal best first sector, but Verstappen is on the bubble. That is track evolution with a capital E. Extraordinary.
Verstappen's going to finish off this lap just to make sure. Crosses the line, goes 8th fastest. But Williams have 2 drivers through into Q2. George Russell and Nicholas Latifi both making it out of Q1 at the expense of the 2 Haas drivers, Danny Kvyat, Antonio Giovinazzi for the first time in his career. Kimi Räikkönen knocked out 4 successive races in Q1 and the slowest driver on the track today.
Okay, that's it. I lost everything.
Gasly in Q3 at the moment, but you rather get the feeling isn't going to be going any quicker on this lap. Look at this, Perez not improving on the medium compound tyre. Sainz didn't improve in the first sector, did in the middle sector. Norris has improved on both sectors and goes 3rd fastest ahead of Sebastian Vettel and Max Verstappen. P3 for Lando Norris. Here then comes Sergio Perez, crosses the line, stays 8th fastest.
Horrible lap.
Not what he was looking for at all. Carlos Sainz stays 6th fastest. Ricciardo stays 10th fastest, but his teammate Esteban Ocon can cross the line now. Can't improve. Stays 14th fastest. The track doesn't seem to be ramping up in the way that you'd expect.
Oh, and that's a massive relief for Racing Point.
Here comes Ferrari, and Charles Leclerc goes 3rd fastest. He's found improvement there. That puts Ricciardo out of the top 10. Gasly's at risk, got no power in his car, can't improve on his time. Lance Stroll does improve on his time, goes 7th fastest. He and his teammate Sergio Perez on the medium tyres in the top 10 at the moment. Alex Albon, meanwhile, well, he's not improved in either sector. But looking at the lap times here, Alex Albon stays 13th. He qualified 10th here in the Toro Rosso last year, 12th I should say, in the Toro Rosso last year, finished 10th and qualifies 13th for Red Bull today.
Well, respect then to Racing Point. They rolled the dice, took the risk. Perez didn't get the lap in, but thankfully for them, the Renaults just didn't deliver, and nor has Alex Albon in the 2nd Red Bull.
Hamilton absolutely flying, a 25.8 in the middle sector for him. Stroll goes wide, but not too wide around the final corner. 1:14.6 is the benchmark that they're all aiming for. And it's Sebastian Vettel in his Ferrari that crosses the line next. A long way behind, 6/10 off the Racing Point. Hamilton next to cross the line. Hamilton goes fastest and into the 1:13s. And the track records are tumbling here. A 1:14.5 was the previous lap record from Max Verstappen to 1:13.6 now. Valtteri Bottas a 1:13.9. It's Mercedes 1 and 2, Hamilton clear by about 3/10. Here comes Lando Norris next across the line, goes 4th fastest overall. Decent lap there from Lando Norris. Sergio Perez can only go 5th fastest, and Lance Stroll is the leader of the 2 Racing Points.
And there's a quicker lap in it for Stroll as well. He was a little bit wide through 13 and 14.
And Sergio Perez has had his lap time deleted for track limits as well, as Sainz goes 5th fastest, and now Verstappen puts his car up onto the 2nd row. Sebastian Vettel. It might be a personal best lap, but is it really going to move in that much up the standings? And that didn't look too clever.
Just a tiny bit wide all the way through 13, but that looks much better through 14.
Sebastian Vettel and DRS wide open, goes fourth fastest, ahead of Verstappen, Norris and Sainz. He's in the top 5 at the moment. He's laid down the gauntlet then. Leclerc, Perez, the only 4 drivers on the circuit at the moment. They might think, those 4, that these are the better of the conditions. He goes 5th fastest to Charles Leclerc. Sebastian Vettel, his teammate, manages to out-qualify him. Lance Stroll has gone 3rd fastest on his latest lap. His teammate Sergio Perez, who had a lap time deleted, goes 4th fastest. 2nd row locked out for Racing Point at the moment, and they are very, very happy with that, and so they should be. Lewis Hamilton sets a purple sector through the middle sector. That's bad news for Valtteri Bottas, who's trying to play catch-up here, but the gap keeps getting extended by his teammate Lewis Hamilton, going for a 7th pole position here at the Hungaroring. It's a track that he's won 7 times at before as well. Hamilton on provisional pole then extends his advantage, and now we look to Valtteri Bottas coming out of the final corner. The only man that can deny Lewis Hamilton pole position today. Bottas crosses the line. He's a 10th out, and Hamilton is on pole in Hungary once again. So can Max Verstappen spoil the sea of pink that is row 2 at the moment? Verstappen crosses the line, and no, he can't. Last year's pole sitter starts only 7th on the grid in 2020. Ferrari have their best qualifying of the season so far. Sebastian Vettel keeps up his record of qualifying in the top 5 every year since 2008. And well done to Racing Point, who've locked out row 2.